Welcome. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps spread the word and helps make more of these videos possible. If you like this video even more, you can make a recurring donation via Patreon or a one-time donation via Ko-fi. The links are all in the description below. Enjoy the video. Hello, this is Karia again, and I have another video for you today. Today I will be doing a review of World of Flowers, which came in the mail yesterday evening. And so I really appreciate it. I got this from a fan. Thank you so much, Tiffany. If you guys have been a fan of my channel, you know that I've had words about some of the choices made in these coloring books, and it's not really words about the choices made, it's more words about the option, about the lack of an option to pay extra for an edition that's basically like a hardcover book where you get all the pages, but it's a little nicer and it has some extras. Like, you know, a lot of books you get soft cover, you get hardcover. So I was hoping for, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I really appreciate getting this from a fan. So anyway, so let's get started. This is World of Flowers. This is Johanna Basford's new coloring book. And as before, you know, the choice has been made that we cannot buy a single-sided version of the book, which is not to say that there should not be a version that's just like the one that she has right now. It's just to say it would be nice to be able to buy, in addition to this, a single-sided version, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, so it just follows her same art style, and in this book, she's really focusing on the flowers, as opposed to the previous books, which were focused on the the different kinds of animals or the different kinds of environments, like the Lost Ocean one. And I believe, looking at this, it looks like so far it definitely is not as bad as the Lost Ocean one, where the details were so fine that you couldn't get your pencils or your watercolor brushes like just really into the areas. Now there's definitely been some improvements in terms of that, so the detailing's not so fine that you can't get into it. As before, it is still double-sided. It is still not perforated. The paper is really good quality though, so so I think that's supposed to, I guess, make up for the fact that it's, you know, double-sided. But as I said before, I personally would pay extra for a version with, you know, single-sided, because what I'm going to have to do with this book, and what I've had to do with her other books, is I'm just going to have to take the book apart, remove the bindings, and then choose what side to paint for every page. So, or buy a second copy, which is what I've done for some of the other books. I ended up just going ahead and buying a second copy. So I end up paying more anyway, so I'm not really saving any money. So we are going to go through. I'm honestly looking at this and being like, oh yeah, this could really work with watercolor pencil. I can already see the background of this in like one color, and then doing the flowers in a sort of monochrome, like saying all of them will be in just various shades of red, and then maybe having the background a different color. That would be cool with this. So, and already deciding like what side I would do, since I wouldn't be able to do both sides the way that I color. Let's see here. So overall, the art is very similar to what she's done in the past. It definitely stands out as having a really, I don't know if you can hear, but it's very nice, thick quality paper. And it's some of the most impressive paper that I've seen so far. We'll see how it takes pencils and markers and other mediums. Unfortunately, because different mediums require different things, there's no perfect paper for every medium, but well, at least none that I know of. So choices have to be made as to how smooth it's going to be, and so on and so forth. How much tooth is going to be in the paper. Sorry. I have been having problems with my CPAP. My CPAP machine is like a love-hate relationship. I love it when my CPAP machine works, but when it doesn't work, it's like not even worth the trouble. And I have the various mediums to do the testing. This is a really nice kaleidoscope page. I wonder if Amy would like a page like this, because Amy likes a lot of the repeating lines. And this book was purchased from my Amazon wish list from Tiffany. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Tiffany is a patron and a super fan. I love these cute little bottles she's got going on here. I'm not one for fancy clothes. In fact, I was annoyed because I have to buy new pants, buy new jeans, because I wear my clothes pretty much until it wears out, and until it's just it can't be worn anymore. And I get a lot of my clothes from Costco, and Costco recently added a lined, like fleece lined jeans, so I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna try to get another pair of those because I really enjoyed those. But I also really, but one thing I do like is I love me some fancy perfumes, and I have one, and I may get another bottle at a certain point. And some of these sort of flowers feels like you can almost like just get a whiff of the fancy odors in here. And this is some kind of bird. I wonder, the pages aren't numbered, but I think if I read the description of the book, there should be some like information somewhere on the flowers, or unless I'm wrong. All right, well, we'll get to that in the end. We'll get to that. I'm just showing you that it's got the different kinds of flowers. Now, I have seen some books do this really well, and I forgot what book it was, but I have one coloring book where they numbered the pages and then in the back told you what flower went with what page, so there was no guessing, there was no looking around. One thing that I'm seeing that I really appreciate already is that there's no coloring into the binding, so that's going to be great, and it's going to make it even easier when I remove the binding. I did a video a while back on removing the binding, and when I remove the binding, it'll make life a lot easier for me. This is a cool little spread right here. Oh, I like this. I also like this one, but I like this. This, I already see myself doing this, cutting these up, and then just like either framing them or doing something like that, like making this into like a little frame spread on this. Ooh, maybe you could even do like different seasons in the back, or sort of do like a little bit of landscape work in the back. But I also really like the other side of this. See what I mean? See. So, but I do know that a lot of people really love this double-sided layout, and if you're gonna just color inside the book and you're not gonna take it apart and you're not gonna do anything, you know, any crazy mediums like Copics, then it's definitely worth having a double-sided version of a lot of these books, as well as to keep the price down, because I figure that having a single-sided version of this book like this would cost probably about twice as much. But as I say, I oftentimes end up getting a second copy of the book. That's what I did with Magical Jungle, I think it is, and I got 2 copies of that book, and I'm so happy. I just been choosing the pages to do, and then whatever pages I don't want to do right now, I can set aside and do it in the second version of the book, and it's just been so wonderful to have 2 copies, which basically translates into a single-sided version. I love the flowers that she's doing this. I have a couple of books on painting flowers. I just felt something crawling on my leg, and then I just forgot for a second that I have cats, and that whatever I felt on my leg was a cat, but it feels weird. It's like, sorry. Trying to be, is that a, oh, this, I feel like you can do something here, something like a sort of interpretive as like the, hold on here. I feel like here you can do, like, I think this is supposed to be white space, but you can, I I think it would be really cool if you sort of reinterpret this as a sort of as a moth or a butterfly, the inside on this. And I think, in fact, this one is a butterfly. So, and then you can draw if you are more inclined on drawing. You can do some drawing here. This is a sugar skull, which that one is easy. I'm not going to do that page. So this is really nice. This is another nice 2-page spread. Now this one does go into the binding, but it's not, there's nothing major here going into the binding, I think, from what I've been seeing for the most part, and from when I was looking at it earlier. I really love this spread. I'm about to, in fact, this might be the first one I do. I'm about to cut this out, just remove the binding. And, well, I gotta check what's in the back. Hold on, I gotta check what's in the back. I'm definitely gonna remove the binding and put this, tape this down, and paint these up with some watercolor. Oh yeah, this is about to be on and popping. This 4-page spread right here. Anyway, we're back to this. This is more these little gnome houses, is similar to what she did in book 2, which is Enchanted Forest. And then is the end. I think she said her reasoning for making it single-sided is that it, you know, it feels kind of like a regular book, which is, I mean, that's true, but it's not a regular book. Anyway, this is the colors test page. So this is one of the things that she added in some of her later books. I don't think there was a coloring, there was a test page in books 1, 2, and 3. And I think ever since, I want to say the Christmas book, definitely Magical Jungle had a test page. Test page is insanely helpful because even though, you know me, I have my swatches of everything, different papers react differently. So having a test page with that exact sort of paper, you can see how the medium is going to react to this exact paper. And the other thing is, because I buy 2 copies of a lot of her books, I have noticed that the exact paper might be different from one verse. So I have 2 Enchanted Forest, 2 Secret Gardens, and 2 Magical Jungles. And for the Secret Garden and Enchanted Forest, both of those, the 2 copies, the paper is different on each one. So having these test pages, I know people say, why can't you use a sheet of paper? That's why. That's why it's really, really nice to have a test page. And here is the 2-page spreads. Oh my God. Okay, Karia, calm down. I'm so calm right now. I'm taking a deep breath. So the 2-page spread. Now the 2-page spread is perforated. I'm just pointing that out. I'm staying super calm, you guys. The 2-page spread is perforated. So perforation is possible. We know I'm calm. I'm taking a deep breath. I'm staying calm. I'm super calm about this. So this is perforated, so this is going to be super easy to remove, but the rest of it, I'm going to have to remove the binding and stress myself out doing that and try not to damage the pages while I remove the binding. So there's that. All right. So having said that, she's got a beautiful 2-page spread here that goes into the binding, but because it's perforated, you can just remove that. And as everything else, it is double-sided. Oh, I just see, you heard that. I don't want to drop anything. So here is the other side of this. So again, if you wanted to take this and frame it, then you would have to choose which side. I'm just saying. And you couldn't pay extra for another one. Anyway, and then this is really cute, having this extra work here. All right, so what I'm gonna do, actually, since this one has a test page, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn to the test page, and we're gonna test some mediums today. Oops, sorry about that. This is just some regular old Polychromos. We're just gonna try a Polychromos colored pencil. You know what? I should have gotten out a second color, but I didn't. The lay down on this Polychromos is really smooth. So let's see that. You can see that you can get a really light hand on a Polychromos. You can also do some layering on the Polychromos. It does start to feel smoother soon, but you know, assuming you're not going to be doing like 25 layers. I think this paper is thick enough that if you were going to be doing a ton of layers, you could probably remove the binding, apply some fixative to it, and keep doing more layers. And I think the paper would hold on to that just fine. And here is some, this is some India ink Pitt pen. I'll just go ahead and just do this and just go crazy on the Pitt pen just to see, because this paper does look nice and thick. So just to see how that Pitt pen takes it. And then these are these limited edition colors or regular colors? So I don't want to be using. No, I think these are regular colors. Okay, regular colors. All right, so these are Caran d'Ache super color pencils, and I did a review of the regular Caran d'Ache super color pencils as well as their special edition with the 30 new colors. That is surprisingly still available, so they must have, their limited edition must have been a limited run of, you know, 100,000 sets or something crazy, because they're still available, and I pretty much know everyone who likes them has them or is thinking about getting them. All right, this is just me being extra. Okay. Then I have this one, which is, this is the medium. So this is the medium nib. So it's not the biggest nib or the, let's see here. All right, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. And then we're just going to go one brush. Okay, so we're going to do both, and we're going to see how it goes. The first time I applied a lot of water, and the second time I just did one swipe across. Let's see, there's a little bit of color left in there. All right, so now we're gonna turn it over, and we're gonna see the test page. So the other thing that I like is that the test page is blank on the other side. So you can see a little bit of the water where I just went in and I did a lot of water. There's a little bit of buckling, but it's not too bad. And there's no bleed through on either the Pitt pen, which is to be expected. The Pitt pen doesn't really bleed that much. So if you want to use water, you know, this is not watercolor paper, but even if you do use a little bit too much water, the paper will hold up to it and it'll be fine. I think once this dries, I don't even think this is going to show. It's starting to go off a bit. So once it dries, I don't even think it's going to show. I think it's going to be fine once it dries. See, this is already dry. There's no bleeding, you know, so there's that. So anyway, once again, thank you to Tiffany for getting this for me for review. Thank you for you guys for watching. There's a video of Stewie, well, actually me petting Stewie coming up. And once again, thank you for being fans and for watching. And let me know if you have this book or if you're planning on getting this book down in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.